Now let's think also about this, that when we realize, think, look at, worry about, concern ourselves about, and understand the importance of the destination of where we are going, and we let it come into our hearts, we think about it, we focus on it, then to do amal. Just like that person had to arrive, and thirst didn't stop him, and the passing the call of nature didn't stop him, hunger didn't stop him, because I've got to get to the destination, that third person. So just like that, in the same way, if a person has an objective, clear objective, then his life is like this. Doesn't matter what happens, come what may, but I've got to do those amal that Allah Ta'ala has given me first before I do anything else. And for that amal, then he will be ready to sacrifice everything and anything. There will be nothing that will stop that person. For example, it's prayer time. Prayer time. Then no other action or pastime will be important in that person's mind, and he wouldn't even imagine that I have to. He'll give up his time, assign his body resources, energy. He'll run. He'll be breathing heavily, panting. He doesn't get one masjid, he'll get to the other masjid, and he will pray his salah. And after praying salah, after fulfilling the faraid, his heart will not be full. His heart will not be full. And for example, without the sunnah, you could say without the nafil praying, he will not be happy. He'll pray the sunnah and the nafil. He'll sit down after that and do tasbih as well. Look at the difference. One ran away straight away. After further, it's not necessary, it's not important. Yes? So what's the reason here? What's the objective that person had? What is it that he had? That makes a big difference in the amal of a human being. Allah's Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam stated, and the meaning of this statement is that Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that, "O my companions, before I used to stop you from going to the graveyard, but now I will encourage you myself that go to the graveyard." Why? Because Allah's Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that maut, death is a reality. This is your destination, subhanallah. Mine, yours, all of us, our destination. Where is our car of life going? Towards death. No doubt about it. Cannot hide from it. This is our destination. End point. And some are going very fast towards death. Everyone's going towards death. Some are running towards death. But there are three conditions that we're passing with. One is the person who doesn't care about death. Oh, it's okay. And he doesn't even have any importance of death in his mind or heart. Secondly, that person, okay, I know death's going to come, but I don't have too much worry about it, no much importance about it. And the third individual knows death will come, it's definitely going to come, it's going to face me, and I've got to get to that meeting. And he has so much awareness, so much yaqeen and certainty, so much he is, you can say, focused on death. He knows that death will come, he's worried about death, that there's no limit to that person's worry and concern, because he knows that I have to die, and I've got yaqeen on death, and I also have yaqeen that I don't know when it's going to come. It could come at any time, it could come in any condition or form. How quickly will it come? And it could grab me at any time. And I'm saying this and you're listening as well, but in reality, let's look towards our hearts and focus. There's a big difference. There's a big difference in this yaqeen, that will I be here in the morning or not? Will I be present in the morning or not? So I should ask, how should my Isha Salah have been quality-wise if I have yaqeen that death could come at any time? How should my Isha have been, my Salah? How should I have had the desire and passion and urge to come to Salah? In which way should I have entered into the masjid, knowing that the quality of this deed will help me at the time of death? I need to ask, we all need to look at our emotions and feelings. It seems as if we do not have conviction that our destination is going to come. Yeah, we have a routine, we come to Salah, Isha, okay, dhikr, let's go to dhikr. And one is that fikr, that worry, that khawf, that fear about maut, that feeling that I'm suddenly going to die one day. And alongside that, in parallel, if we practice a deed, then that will be a great, a fantastic and a high quality deed. Indeed it will. And this was the style of the Sahaba Ikram, the noble companions radiyallahu anhum. So to attain this platform and condition and emotion, which is what we need for success. If this can be created within us, alhamdulillah, then we will never leave a deed or an action that we know that this action is linked with our akhirah, hereafter, death, and we'll be asked about this, and I'll have to answer for this. I'll have to give accountancy for this. Every single action of ours will be very cautious, just like that driver who left everything on the way, discarded everything on the way because he was focused on the destination. So a person who has khawf and fear of Allah in his heart, and fear of death, awareness of death, then his hands will never go towards haram, his eyes will never look at haram, nor will his actions think or do bad, or nor will he think about bad. He will not imagine that he wastes his or her time. He will never imagine that I leave those deeds that will allow me to prepare for death and guarantee me success in the hereafter, that I'll get reward if Allah Ta'ala has given me. I will never leave them. I will never leave them. And in comparison to this, that the more a weak a person is within, the more we are weak inside our hearts, the more our attention and focus will be towards dunya from morning until evening. Money and counting and amassing. It's not difficult. Allah's Nabi Sallallahu has stated, it's not difficult to have this one. It's prepare for this. And one tariqah for this, one method for this is that the best tariqah, the best method is sit with those people who are preparing for death already. That's the best method to prepare for death and to become aware and alert and concerned for our own deaths, is that those people already who are present in the world, there are people like this present in the world. If we go and sit with them, have company of their company, then automatically we will in our hearts have the concern and the emotion and the fikr to prepare for death ourselves. If we sit with those people who are preparing for death already, this is a very simple method, very simple amal to create awareness and fikr in hearts, and a very beneficial amal. Very, very extremely beneficial amal. Yes, tabtaghu fadila, that Allah Ta'ala has explained to us also, that if you take all of the wasila, the means to an end, then the first wasila to create an awareness in a heart that I'm going to die, if I start to sit with an individual who already is preparing for death in a good way,